everyone! So today we are doing a little Halloween decor haul. I'm going to be showing you some Halloween decor pieces I've picked up along the way as we've been out shopping so far. I mean, there's still a lot out there we're waiting on. Anyways, before we jump into this, I wanted to mention the sponsor for today's video. Today's video is sponsored by Shudder. If you know, you know. I can't stop talking about Shudder. If you haven't heard of Shudder before, or you're new here, first of all, welcome. But if you haven't heard of Shudder before, Shudder is a horror and thriller streaming service. It is basically an entire spooky content hub, anything from horror to psychological thrillers to series, documentaries, and any sort of genre you can think of. They have anything from slashers to creature features to supernatural horror to revenge type of horror. They have all sorts of different types of horror. And my favorite thing about Shudder is not only their huge selection, they have such a variety of horror for whatever mood you're in. But what I love so much about Shudder, first of all, their Shudder exclusives. Shudder constantly puts out their own unique content. And I find myself talking about their Shudder exclusives like Revenge, Summer of '84, Haunt, Daniel Isn't Real, the Ghoul Log, of course. So it's kind of like a Yule log, but it's a Ghoul Log. And they have 3 different ones. And it's a jack-o'-lantern with a little flame inside. They have different backgrounds and different themes. They even have a Sam-a-lantern from Trick or Treat on there. If it's spooky content, Shudder has it, which I know a lot of us are looking for all year round, but especially as we start getting into the official spooky season. And Shudder is $5.99 a month or $56.99 a year. You can try Shudder free for 30 days if you go to shudder.com and enter promo code JADE. And you do need to go to the website to enter the promo code to get the 30 days free. But after you enter the code on the website, then you can stream unlimited spooky content from your iOS and Android devices. Also, Xbox One, Google Chromecast, Amazon Fire TV, Roku. So to get started streaming the best horror, thriller, and supernatural content in Shudder's expertly curated collection, including must-see titles like Vicious Fun, The Mortuary Collection, PG Psycho Gorman, which is one of our personal favorites, plus all the best horror documentaries, and the hit Creepshow TV series from executive producer Greg Nicotero from The Walking Dead. You can try Shudder free for 30 days if you go to shudder.com and enter promo code JADE. Anyways, we have been loving Shudder. It's probably our favorite and most used streaming service. Really love Shudder. Definitely check it out if you've been looking for something spooky to watch. Anyways, okay, moving on. We're gonna jump into this Halloween decor haul. And normally I do this haul at the very tail end of the season after we've done all of our hunting. This year though, I wanted to do something a little bit different because I wanted to show the items while you can still get them. And I know not all of the items, I know some of them sold out really quickly, but for the most part, a lot of these items, they're either, I've seen them over on the Facebook group, some people are restocking or just now getting some of the items in their stores. So I really wanted to mention it now. So if you see something in this video, you may still have a chance to snag it. Oh Lord. First of all, I mean, second of all, 10th of all, whatever we're on now, you might want to grab a beverage or a snack or something because I feel like we're going to be here for a while. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to cover today. And this is going to be a 2-part situation already. I know. I can feel you talking to me, lecturing me over the camera like, Ghoul, what? Already? 2 parts? I know it's bad this year, Ghouls. It is bad. We're going to start with at home. I'm going to start with, actually, I can start with this because this is one of the first pieces I did get. I got this cute jack-o'-lantern spooky mug. You know I love a good dark mug, something that's a good all year round dark feel. But sometimes I want a mug that's just going to scream Halloween. Kind of just, you know, fulfills my little excitement for jack-o'-lanterns. So anyways, then I got, speaking of dark mugs, I saw this. I got the Cauldron Mug, which this was a very, very early release that basically disappeared off the shelves in 2.5 seconds. And I have a couple of Cauldron mugs, and this one might be my favorite. I just really prefer the shape of this one. It's just a really nice cauldron shape without being too cheesy or campy, if you know what I mean. But it doesn't have all these things happening with it. It's just this nice, classy, witchy cauldron mug. Really great for all year round, which is exactly what I'm looking for always. Also, from at home, speaking of spooky mugs, I got the Mr. Skeleton Stackable Mug Set. It looks just like Mr. Skeleton. in a stackable mug situation. And I left all the tags on these, by the way, because some people have asked me, they're like, hey, how much did that cost? Will you mention the price? That kind of stuff. Which, by the way, the Cauldron Mug was $5.99. This one was $11.99 for this Mr. Skeleton Stackable Mug Set. Missed out on these at home. They do have one that's similar. I actually might like it a little bit better at Home Goods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, kind of, you know, whichever one you got in your area. I think I saw it at Marshalls, but it was very recently. It was last weekend. Also, I didn't bring it up here because I was so afraid. It's my new favorite piece. I think it might be my favorite piece I've gotten this year. I'm so terrified I'm gonna end up dropping it or scratching it or chipping it or something because it is just such a good piece. I ended up getting the Cauldron Bowl. It's like a big bowl that's in the shape of a cauldron. I'll show video of it because it's downstairs right now, sitting on a shelf, and it has two handles on the side. I feel like there's so much you could do with that. I feel like you could use it as like a little centerpiece for like, you could put a bunch of flowers in there or something inside of it, or a fruit bowl or anything and everything. It's basically just the most magical cauldron bowl. Yeah, I'm so excited about this freaking cauldron, but I'm so nervous that I'm gonna break it because it's almost like, I'm like, this is too good to be true, you know, kind of thing. So while we're on plateware, I might as well mention this. I got these skull plates. These little skull plates. I got 4 of them. It's just a plate in the shape of a skull. I love this because it is so detailed. Has actual dimension to it. It's not just a skull painted on a flat plate. A lot of places last year I don't feel like got plateware. I don't know if that was a COVID thing, manufacturing thing, you know what I mean? But I noticed plateware last year was hard to come by. And I'm always looking for some sort of plateware or bakeware or something, anything that can be used in the spooky kitchen for when we do our little cooking videos, anything I can use to plate some of the tasty foods that we make. So basically I've been buying a bunch of Mr. Skeletons this year. Also from at home, I was so excited about this. I got this recently. I got this spider wall decor. So last year they came out with this. This was part of the Spellbound collection. They had the snake and the, what was the other one? The toad last year. And they have them again this year. But this year they added the spider to the collection. And I am so into this spider. This is one of those all year round decor pieces for me. And now that I have 3, I kind of want to put the 3 on a wall like right next to each other. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm really excited about this collection for all year round. So I was really excited to find the spider. I honestly did not think I was gonna find it. I went a couple weeks ago and they had the toad out and I was like, oh no, they sold out of the snake and the spider. I totally missed it. But no, they put it out a couple days later. So, and I just saw this piece at a different at home last weekend. So I feel like this is another piece that if you're really, really loving it and you have an at home in your area, you can still probably find it. This was $10 for this spider wall decor, which is a pretty good size. I feel like that's a pretty good deal. At home has really reasonable prices in my opinion. So next from at home, I got these glass skull decanters. They had a bunch of different colors this year. They had green, purple, blue, a bunch of jewel tones, but I ended up going for the classics. I went for a black skull and the clear skull. And I love these guys for just any sort of decor. So if there's a little shelf that just needs a little something, or a desk, or maybe your little bar area just needs a little something extra on it, like just a little piece of decor. I love skull pieces for that. You can take out the cork and put in some flowers or little branchy situation or whatever it is you want to do. Or if you have the clear ones, you can fill it with different, maybe fill it with a branchy situation or a colorful thing or whatever you want to do. You can make it your style, and that's what I love so much about these skulls. They're made of glass, so I feel like they're gonna last a long time. Love these kinds of pieces. And these were only $2.99. I feel like that's a steal of a deal. Next from at home, oh my gosh, I got these, I got them. I got the good old chicken foot. It's the good old chicken foot candlestick holder. If you watched the Halloween decor hunting video with me and good old Mr. Skeleton and Voltaire, then we had a conversation about the chicken foot Halloween hoedown. If you know, you know. But I bought this candlestick holder. First of all, it's this really detailed candlestick holder with this talon thing going on, right? This foot, which I originally thought was a Ravenclaw. I was like, whoa, look at this Ravenclaw. I need this in my life. I actually bought 2 of these. Came home, was all about the Ravenclaw. But I saw this tag. If you can read what it says. It says Halloween Hoedown on it. And found out it was a freaking chicken foot. And that's why it says Halloween Hoedown on it. Which, honestly, I'm actually fine with, because to me, it's even better. It seems more of like an oddity to me now. So I actually really love that. But yeah, I got the good old chicken foot, the Halloween Hoedown, Gothic Hoedown. We're gonna make it happen. Once again, I love this thing for all year round. This is just one of those pieces. It's black. It's a claw, it's a talon. I am not mad at this. No shame in my Halloween Hoedown game. Oh, I should have mentioned this. With the other dishware, I'm breaking everything per usual. What is that? It looks like a piece of grass, but it's like straw. The Halloween Hoedown, y'all. Anyways, next from at home, I got this cake stand. It is this, well, first of all, I wasn't super crazy about the stand part of this. Here's what it looks like. It has Mr. Skeleton in all of his glory. This is an accurate representation of Mr. Skeleton's face when I'm driving. But I wasn't super excited necessarily about the base of this. I almost wish it was all black, or it was more of like a spider. Like it went more with the rest of the design. But it didn't really matter, because the plate of this cake stand might be one of my favorite things ever. It's just this large cake stand with this amazing spider web on it. And I just love, I don't know if anyone else is like this. Is anyone else out there also really picky about the shape or style of their spider web designs, whether it's on clothing or like decorative pieces or whatever? Are you picky about your spider webs? Because I feel like I am. I feel like this one is a really good one. I love anything that looks like this. More of a realistic spider web feel. Something that's a little bit thinner and darker, less cartoony. And I'm always looking for some stuff for the spooky kitchen. I can't be mad at Mr. Skeleton, but it just didn't match for me. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. Do you feel like it didn't match that well? Anyways, moving on to this big guy. All right, let me get him. Oh, Lord. Next up from at home, I got this big old skull. It is a big ceramic skull, and it's literally huge. Okay, so when I saw this, okay, first of all, if you don't know what this is, what would you guess this is? Just looking at it first thoughts. Just first impression, what would you think? Because for me, I was like, this is definitely a planter. Did anyone else get that vibe? Like, oh, for sure somebody's putting plants in this, and you know, this could be like his hair or just a really cool planter regardless. So that's why I got it. I was like, I'm really excited about this planter. It's gonna be amazing. But you know what it is? If you know, you know. If you've already known this. If you don't know, when I found out, it blew me away. This is a freaking punch bowl. A punch bowl, which is really exciting and amazing. But for the most part, I've never seen a punch bowl look anything like this, which gets me all excited because I like strange and unusual things. But I was just really confused. I would have never guessed in a million years that this was a punch bowl. It makes me want to make some sort of Halloween punch. You could always make some sort of spooky beverage in the punch bowl. This is really, really heavy duty. It's genuinely, I have zero upper body strength, and so I'm dying over here. This is like a workout for me. But this guy is really, really amazing quality, and he was $30, which I felt like wasn't bad. Well, I felt like it wasn't bad because I thought it was a planter. So like 30, like, you know, planters are pretty pricey. If you know, you know. They're pretty pricey. So I was like, $30 is not too bad, especially when it's an actual skull. But I'll probably use it as a planter either way. All right, next thing I got from at home is this lantern. This black gothic looking lantern with these little, like, each window pane has a spider design in the window, if you can see it. I don't know if it's glaring. This is another piece. I love lanterns. Just having little lanterns all over the place. I love it on my mantle or next to my door, or just, I love having any sort of lantern. And I like different heights and different shapes and different, like some of them have the designs, like this one has more of a complex detailed design. Some of them they're just glass and I fill them with things like branches or little flowers or just little things, or maybe just leave them plain or whatever. And this one just drew me in. It's not the fanciest lantern. I think it's just plastic, yeah. It's not metal, but I really liked the design, so I picked it up anyway. How much was this guy? Oh, I already cut off the tag on this one. All right, so last thing I got from at home so far. There might be some other things I end up picking up along the way, but oh wait, no, I got the mirror. Oh no, I need to go get that. Well, first I'll show you this one. So this isn't the last thing, but this is the second to last thing. I got this spooky ghoulish garden looking flower situation. This is such a weird choice for me. And I don't know if I have any batteries in here. Oh my God, I'm gonna die in here. Squeeze into this little spot. Oh Lord, got some batteries. Finally, 3,000 years later, we're gonna light this baby up. So the whole idea with this thing, oh wait, we gotta get our light back on us. Okay, so there was something about this piece that spoke to me. And I'm pretty sure it was the fact that the second I saw this thing that says on the tag, it says lights up. And I'm like, what do you mean it lights up? And I'm like, what could possibly light up on this thing? And then I saw it and I'm like, you're telling me the eyeballs light up on this thing, and that's exactly what happens. Watch this. Eyeballs on this piece light up, and they're kind of this creepy, detailed, glossy looking eyeball. So it's like an eyeball lamp. I kind of want to put these, I thought these would be perfect. I kind of want to do my Beetlejuice bathroom again this year. I did it for the first time last year, but I didn't have a lot of pieces to really put in there. I had a couple of pieces, but nothing that was really, you know, I just had a couple of things in there. So I didn't fully have all the stuff for it, but I feel like this would be really cool in my Beetlejuice bathroom. But I might paint this whole thing at the bottom. At the very least, the dirt, I'll probably paint black. Or I guess I could glue some like black moss on it or something like that. Make it more realistic looking because the eyeballs are really disgusting. They're really detailed and they're slimy looking. Those are pretty much all the things that make me excited. By the way, this was $19.99 for this eyeball lamp thing. All right, last but not least from at home, I got the mirror. If you watched my Halloween decor hunting with Voltaire video, then you saw that we both got this mirror. Once again, I thought this was gonna be one that I was gonna miss out on. I just accepted my fate because I hadn't gone in a while, probably a couple weeks. And I was like, you know what? There's no way. They probably already put it out and it was snatched up. And that's that. I missed out on it. I was actually able to get this and I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite pieces this year that I was really excited about. I might have to take a video of it when there's not lights everywhere blaring at it. Just kind of a natural light so you can see all the details in this. So it's such a really cool, intricate looking mirror. Looks very Victorian. Love all the designs on it. Has some skulls on it. Also has an eyeball at the top and has this eyelid. Very dimensional. So I'm really excited about this eyeball. I wish they would have done this eyeball on the candlestick holder that kind of went in the same theme as this one. But I'm just really excited that I was able to get this mirror. I'm so excited about it. Highly recommend this piece. Very well made, very detailed, very heavy feeling as well. And this was $24.99. Worth every penny. This is just such a beautiful all year round piece for me. All right, that's it for at home. We're gonna move on to Old Time Pottery, which I think Old Time Pottery was one of the first places we went this year. We went back in January and, I wish we went back in January, but we went back in July to Old Time Pottery. And one of the first things I got, this is the first thing I got. And it's one of my favorite pieces of the year, even though it's colorful and a little cartoony and not an all year round necessarily decoration for me. But I like that. For me personally, I like an all year round dark decor, but I still like to decorate for Halloween. So I like both. Like, I like all year round dark, but I do like my happy Halloween and jack-o'-lantern decor for Halloween time. So I like both. So anyways, I got this witch. She is so perfect. I don't know. I might have to leave this one out all year round. I'm not sure yet. But it is this witch situation. It's a witch, a green witch at that, sitting on a crescent moon with an owl and what's this guy? A jack-o'-lantern. I thought there was something else. Oh yeah, a bat is in there, and she's holding, if you can see, a crystal ball in her hand. There's always something about a hag witch that I love. So I just really love the shape of her nose and just her face. And that nose is my favorite. Kind of this eerie, it's not quite cutesy. It's just has this weird, some people will be like, no, I think she's beautiful and amazing, which I do too. I love everything about her, which is why I got her, but there's something I love about kind of random, weird, oddity type of Halloween decorations. Like the fact that she has her arm around the owl. I don't know. I'm just really excited about this piece. Old Time Pottery. This was $12.99. It's so good. The minute I saw her, I knew I had to snag her. She's just so, my husband and I love kind of odd, weird, kind of Halloween stuff like this. So, all right, next thing I got from Old Time Pottery, I got this skull, and I talked about this skull and how interesting it was. I'm not sure I'm keeping the color of this skull, but I wanted to show it anyway, because this is what it looks like when you go there. But it's this skull, and if you look really closely, it has other little skulls and bones and rib cages and hands and all these skeleton situations all over the skull. And I don't know, it's kind of spooky. I really want to spray paint this black, I think. Love a good skull. Thought this one was strange and unusual. Not crazy about the color, like I mentioned, but, and by the way, it's kind of like a plasticky feel. I feel like black, matte black is where this guy is going. Next from Old Time Pottery, I got this guy. Once again, another freaking skull decor. This one is also $12.99. It is this crow on a skull situation. And there's something just really simple about this decoration I love. I feel like this would be a really good all year round decor piece in my home because it's black and white. And it's just like two traditional items, a crow and a skull. And the skull is kind of rocked back on this little angle, so it's not this perfectly placed, like the skull is sitting perfectly straight and the raven is sitting directly on top of the skull. It's a little bit the skull's kind of toppled over. I love everything about this piece. Also, really love the detail. All the little etchings, the details on the feathers and on the bird. Also, I'm getting Edgar Allan Poe vibes from this. So if you're doing any sort of Raven or Edgar Allan Poe theme, I feel like this is a really good piece. So once again, this is from Old Time Pottery. Next up from Old Time Pottery, I got this sign. I am so excited about this sign. I can't even tell you. This is another one of my favorite pieces this year. It's this marquee sign that says the witch is in, and then it has an arrow pointing to yours truly or you or whoever has the sign or wherever the arrow is pointing. I put it here, and Neens is now the witch, and it has these lights. It lights up. That's what it looks like. Woo! Party! I do like the other signs that say the witch is in. Usually there's always something on it I'm not crazy about. Like maybe there's something colorful on it or glitter, or there's some picture of somebody or something or a witch, but I'm not crazy about the picture or whatever it is. But I love this because it's simple, just like an everyday wall decor kind of feel to me. Anyways, love this. Witches in sign. Got this from Old Time Pottery. It was $24.99, by the way. Last thing I got from Old Time Pottery, I got 4 of these, I think. These stake light things that you put out in your yard. These are these solar bat stake lights. They kind of look like neons. That's what they reminded me of. The neons that Target sells. They have little stake lights for out in your yard, and they have a whole neon look. This, I will say, these are not as well made as the Target ones are. I don't know if it'll light up because it's not charged, I don't think. I will say that the lights, like the neon lights, only go every once in a while, so it's not just an entire tube of lighting, if that makes sense. Like the ones at Target, it looks like a full neon sign. This looks like You can see the little lights inside of it. It's more of like a twinkle light look. I was just all excited about this because I wanted some bat stakes out in my yard. Even if these tube lights end up not doing anything and sucking, I'm totally fine taking these off and just having this metal bat stake situation out in my yard. Love these little bat stakes. And I mean stake as in S-T-A-K-E, not S-T-E-A-K. Different types of stakes. So I thought this little design in the center looked a little farmhousey, but it also kind of gave off a vibe like your witchy neighbor who has weird things in her garden that she puts out there. And I kind of like that vibe. So I wasn't mad at it. Moving on to Cracker Barrel. Got a couple of things at Cracker Barrel. I was really wanting that ghostly wraith thing. If you know what this thing is. Everybody and their mom was talking about it over on the Facebook group. And I did really want it. I wanted that wraith really badly, the ghostly wraith. But I never found her. I guess stores were only getting 1 or 2. So I never actually got to see her in the flesh. Like this wraith looking piece with this lantern. It was really cool. Anyways, it's all right. I didn't see it. But I did see the orange crystal ball kind of decor with the spider on top, so I had to snag it. It matches my hair almost to a T. But it is this magical battery operated light up crystal ball with the swirls going on in there. I don't know if the camera's picking up on all the swirls. And at the top there's this spider. Almost wish it didn't have the spider on it. Like I get it, or maybe the spider was down here on the base of it. There's something about it at the top that's not my favorite. I still like the spider. I just kind of wish it wasn't obstructing the view of all the swirly swirls. But I love this though, because I think the orange, like you don't normally see it in orange. You always see the purples and the greens and like, you know, the jewel tones. You don't see a lot of orange crystal ball decor out there. So I'm all excited about this and it makes me really want to put it here just for the season. Let me move this like this. Or maybe over here like this. A little monitor. Yeah, like I love just that little pop of something in the back. Do like that the spider has a lot of detail to it. So they didn't just slap some DIY spider on the top. So it is a well thought out spider. I would like it if, oh wait, I know why. It's because there's a bubble in there, like an air bubble. So when it's sitting flat, the spider covers up the bubble. Okay, I'm not mad at it anymore because I don't want to see that bubble. Next up from Cracker Barrel, I don't know if I said Crate and Barrel before, did I? My mouth wants to say Crate and Barrel instead of Cracker Barrel, but anyways, if I said Crate and Barrel before, it's Cracker Barrel. Anyways, here we go. Got this from Cracker Barrel. Saw this there, and I actually saw this house last year at Big Lots, and I'm pretty sure I talked crap on it, which I feel kind of bad about now because it is really cool. I mean, it's just a plastic house, and I think that was kind of my beef with it at Big Lots. It's very plasticky looking, and it's cheaper at Big Lots, but you'll see this one is different and I think is worth the extra money. So it's just a spooky house. First of all, I want to live here in this house. It has a moon in the background. It makes all sorts of noises. Let me just warn you, it's loud and it's exciting, but okay, so when you press the button, so it plays all sorts of scary, spooky sounds, like this whole soundscape thing. And then the windows light up and they flicker. And the thing that sets this one apart from the one at Big Lots is that this one on the back has this bat projector thing to where it projects green bats onto your wall while all that stuff is happening. All the noises and all the lights and everything. It's just got a lot going on and it's really exciting. So I love this spooky house piece. Last but not least, I want to mention Ross. Got a couple of cool things at Ross, and this stuff is trickling out as we speak. So I really wanted to mention it in case you wanted to get your claws on some of this stuff. So the first thing I got from Ross, first of all, they have this entire metal line. It's like this very heavy duty gothic metal feel to all of these pieces. And so far I've only seen a couple of things trickle in here and there. But I was able to find this one. This is really, really cool. This really, really heavy duty metal door knocker. I'm all about this. I do wish it was maybe a bat, but I'm not mad at it's a spider in a spider web. But it has a metal plate, and then you kind of take the guy, and it's a door knocker. And I love the quality of these pieces, how sturdy it is. And this was only $4.99. You would think for something, you know, that's detailed, that's a door knocker, it's metal, it's actually pretty heavy. You would think this would be more than $5, but it wasn't. It was also from Ross. Thanks to Voltaire and Mayumi. Okay, I feel like I know what this is now. I feel like this is a wind chime. Is this a wind chime? It's gotta be, right? I feel like that's exactly what this is. If you watched my Halloween decor hunting video with Voltaire, all right, spiders, calm down. Inside voices. But if you watched my Halloween decor hunting video with Voltaire, then you may have seen that he was so kind. And we saw this in Ross, and I thought we were both fighting over it, but really he saw that I really wanted it, and then he purchased it for me, which is just the nicest thing ever. Thank you again, Voltaire and Mayumi. This is just such a special piece. This metal bat piece. And it's got all this detail. It's so beautiful, and it's really heavy, actually. Really, really heavy. And then dangling from the bat are all these little spiders just dangling there. And then here's what one of the spiders looks like. Once again, very detailed, very heavy duty. They're made of metal. It's so heavy my arm's getting tired, but I also have 0 upper body strength. I hope I'm able to snag more from this line because I love everything about these metal pieces, the quality. I really love to get some of the other pieces. This was only $15.99 for this metal piece, for this really, really heavy duty, incredible piece. Anyways, that is it for part 1 of this video. So the next video, we're gonna cover Home Goods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. I'm just gonna call it Home Goods. We're gonna cover Home Goods, Bath and Body Works, and anything else that I forgot to, if there was anything else in this haul. I think there was some stuff from Joann's that I got. Stay tuned for part 2. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Say, hey, ghoul, hey, down in the comments, because you know I love talking to you. Also, let me know down in the comments. Let me know your favorite piece you picked up so far, like in the early days of Halloween decor hunting, you know, July, early August, or anything that you're on the hunt for, or anything you want to talk about in the comments. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.